Yeoman, tonight I want to talk to you about travel. And let's face it, the British are a nation of travellers. I mean, Australia was discovered on one of Cook's tours. Now, I went on one of those continental touring coaches. We started off at 2:30 from Trafalgar Square, and by 9:30 we were gazing at the bright, shining lights of gay Piccadilly. This year I spent my holiday in Torquay, and you know Torquay, it's a resort, the last. And I stayed at a terrible place. It was a 3-star boarding house. You could see them through the holes in the roof. I should have guessed the landlady was mean when I saw her hanging tea bags on the clothesline. No, it was the first day I got there, she slipped a note under my door, said, "Be in your room before I am." Signed the landlady. I thought, hello, I'm onto a good thing here. I said, all right, love. I said, I got the note. I said, marvellous. Be in your room before I am. She said, be in your room before I am. Be in your room before 1 a.m. That's my luck. Well, her husband was just as weird. He shouted up to me one day. I said, there's no towel up here. What shall I do? He said, hang your hands out the window and dry them. I was glad I never had a bath. Of course, normally, you see, I go abroad for my holidays. I mean, last year I spent a fortnight on one of Spain's sunny beaches. I couldn't afford a hotel, even if there's been one built. And I flew over there. And, you know, I hate planes. They frighten me. I mean, if ever I go on a plane, I take tranquilizers. Unfortunately, some of the stewardesses won't take them. But I went on one, and I sat on the plane. We took off. This little old woman walked up to me. She said, are you nervous, son? I said, no. She said, well, what are you doing in the ladies? I went back to my seat, sat down, and I looked through into the cockpit, and I could see all the instruments on the panel were on 0. I said to the pilot, doesn't that worry you? He said, not really, I've got a parachute. And I came back, and you know, really, to see life, you don't have to go further than London. I mean, I was walking around the other day, and I came across one of London's official guides, and he looked like someone very familiar. I'll show you how he went.
Hey, oh, you know, now, ladies and gentlemen, oh, yes, and now, just get comfy. Now, listen, welcome to London, the great metropolis. Yes, London has everything. It does, missus, you ask the hospitals. Yes, let me show you a few of the sights. Over there, we have Big Ben. Big Ben! Yeah, listen, he'll be striking in a minute. Why not? Everyone else is. Yeah. Next to Big Ben, we have the Houses of Parliament. The Houses of Parliament. I'd like to be an MP. I fancy an all-night session. And no, they do, missus. They sit all night. Mind you, things are different since Clement Freud got in. Now the visitors' gallery has a dog section. Yeah. Whimsical Francis. Look, over there, it's Harold Wilson. Yeah, they found him yesterday. Yeah, he was swimming around the sea again. Yes, said he was trying to rescue the floating pound. Yes. Now, next to the Houses of Parliament, we have Downing Street. Look, yes, better known locally as the Whitehall Yacht Club. Because he's never there. No, miss, no, he's never there. The only time you find him on dry land is if there's an organ sale. Oh, you know, look at that. I must be going. And remember this. If you intend to stand for Parliament, remember one thing. You can fool a lot of the people some of the time, and all of the people every 5 years. Good night. Greetings.